engineers. In Melbourne Water, they got on board as a whole organisation, and you know, it's funny when you see the capabilities of other industries and how they affect IT. We were lucky enough to be working with a bunch of guys that took the whole sewage treatment plants using bladders to capture methane gas from people's shit, basically, and then transporting that into big generators that powered the whole data centre as well as the rest of the plant, which ended up getting us a Green IT Award. We didn't do a whole lot at all, actually. But yeah, it is great to see, and I guess this award that I'm announcing tonight is something that's very dear to my heart, because in IT, we rely on education. Everything is changing in IT all the time, and if you get into IT, you're committing yourself to a lifelong learning exercise, and that's basically it. So tonight, Professional Domain IT Educator of the Year winner is awarded to Lyndon Vella.
Lyndon Vella, ladies and gentlemen. Here she comes.
Good evening, everyone. Wow, what a lot of people here. I'd like to take a moment to thank the Australian Computer Society for this great honour, and the sponsors and the organisers. And I'd also like to acknowledge my team, a very hardworking and dedicated team, and I accept this award on their behalf. I'm just part of the team. I'd also like to give a big thank you out to my manager, to Darshi, and to my director, Margaret, sitting over there at the table, because they're the people who take on the risk of a group of educators who are constantly massaging their business systems. So we're constantly changing it up so that we can always get the best outcome for our students. And there's risk involved with all that change. I'd like to thank my students for always making every day interesting and challenging. But most of all, I'd like to thank all of the industry partners that we have, all of the IT professionals and all of the employers who donate their time, who come in and share their stories and inspire my students, and who provide host visits for us and come and visit us and provide work placements, trainee places, cadetships, work and study places, because it's this partnership that helps us manage the transition for new people to make sure that every single one of them finds a job that suits them and make sure that their first job is positive and it's successful, and when they come back into the classroom, they're excited about IT and they're excited to start their careers. Before someone grabs the microphone off me, I'm just going to invite all of you. In fact, I urge you, if you don't already have a connection with your local school or with your local TAFE college or institute or with your local university, to go out there and make a connection, because our doors are open. My lab door is always wide open. You can find me at Challenger, and I invite you to come in and partner with us. Thank you.
Congratulations, Lyndon, and Kinetic IT, working with Melbourne Water. So maybe shit to you, but to Terry North, it's bread and butter. Ladies and gentlemen, our next award to be presented tonight is the CIO of the Year Award, which is also part of the professional domain. It's awarded to the CIO demonstrating the most substantial improvement in the performance of their organization based on excellence in ICT leadership and innovation. There were 3 finalists in the CIO of the Year category, and to announce the winner, please welcome Platinum sponsor iNet and Mr. Simon Watt, R&D iNet Labs and Booty Project Manager.
Our first finalist for CIO of the Year award is Vito Forte, nominated by Fortescue Metals Group. In a business that needs to innovate to maintain growth, Vito might be called the great enabler. His success pivots on building relationships and engaging all stakeholders. His IT team, senior management, the corporate area, the operational area, vendor partners. Vito strives to be at the leading edge, ensuring that Fortescue is empowered by IT. His progressive IT strategy requires both innovation and excellence, but most importantly, leadership that trusts and empowers his team. His model has provided IT with the structure and capability to engage the business early, creating a culture of accountability and visibility, aligning service outcomes to individual performance, delivering services that the business actually needs and uses. Our second finalist for CIO of the Year is Ashley Morris, nominated by NEC Australia. Since joining St John Ambulance WA in 1991 as a freshly graduated programmer, Ashley Morris has been dedicated to delivering outstanding ICT services that support frontline paramedics. As Technical Services Director since 2007, he has been a leader in ICT development with his ability to achieve best practice in ICT, engage all stakeholders, carefully consider the business aims to apply appropriate leading-edge ICT and communicate clearly with both internal and external stakeholders. Typical of his work have been a specifically configured computer-aided dispatch system and an innovative electronic patient record project. He developed the first business-critical application by an Australian ambulance service on user-friendly Apple iPads. Ashley's focus is on using technology to make the best use of limited resources and to better support career ambulance officers and paramedics, plus the 2,500 volunteer ambulance officers in the field. Our third finalist for the CIO of the Year award is Alex Jones, nominated by Synergy. Since joining Synergy in 2011 as Chief Information Officer, Alex has been instrumental in transforming a serious problem into a business opportunity, with business outcomes of customer satisfaction, complaints and billing errors dramatically improved. Synergy has become a contemporary retailer with a corporate strategy to build industry-leading ICT systems and capability. Alex initiated the new ICT strategy as a critical enabling function within the organisation. His leadership has achieved a step change in people and process excellence for his team, with leadership coaching, empowerment and nourishing team rapport. CEO Trevor James stated that Synergy has been transformed by a CIO who recognises that innovation cannot stand alone. It must be applied in the context of quality relationships, integrity and a focus on the customer. That has been the key to Alex's success and to empowering the business. And now our platinum sponsor iiNet will announce the winner.
Just a quick word from our sponsor. Hopefully everybody's with iiNet. So, the winner of tonight's award goes to Alex Jones of Synergy.
Please welcome Alex Jones, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks. This means a lot to me, and I think it's going to mean a lot as well to all of the IT team and the broader Synergy team. You know, we're a company that serves 1 million customers with about 500 people, and to do that, you really have to get the technology right. And I think it's well-known history in WA that Synergy was coming from quite a long way back in doing so. I think the trust and the collaboration of the board and the executive to really believe that technology was a leading part of the corporate strategy really helped us turn around what were difficult systems to manage into something which is now reliable, and it's a platform that we can build on for the future and hopefully provide better services to our customers. So I just want to thank everybody who contributed to that, thank my support crew, my team, and the organisers for a good night. Thanks.
Well done, Alex, and thank you to Simon and iNet. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, our next award this evening is the Chief Judge Award. Now, this is a new award, and the winner has been selected by the Chief Judge, Sue Findlay. And to announce the winner, please welcome Platinum sponsor NEC Australia and Mr. Paul Craig, State Manager, WA.
This year, the judging panels agreed there was a very high standard of entries, and there were cases where selecting the domain winner was extremely difficult. The Chief Judge, who viewed all finalist submissions and presentations, was therefore tasked to review all entries which had not received an award and to select the one which epitomised Western Australian ICT ingenuity and showed greatest potential for future development at home and worldwide. This too was extremely difficult, but the Chief Judge was ultimately able to select one entry considered to most satisfy the criteria. Our Platinum sponsor, NEC, will now announce the winner of the Chief Judge's Award.
Wow, quite a night for a lot of really impressive IT professionals in Perth. This is our first year at NEC sponsoring WAiTTA Awards, and we're very proud to be part of this community. Many of you remember NEC from our voice communications, or maybe you recognize the NEC display at the new Perth Arena, or remember the acquisition of the CSG technology organization last year. But at NEC, we're working to build an end-to-end IT services organization here in Perth, and we look forward to many more years sponsoring the WAiTTA Awards. Now, for the Chief Judge Awards, for the Chief Judge Award winner is awarded to Costing Pty Limited, Costing Project Estimating Software Tools and Data Services.
And accepting the award, ladies and gentlemen, is John Kuipers, Managing Director.
Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is indeed quite a surprise and very rewarding for the team that's been putting this project together for quite some time. It is important that I thank some very important people, and first of all, I'd like to thank Stephen Tapley, who's been with this project right from the word go, and has been a key founding member of this organisation. I'd also like to thank somebody who's not here tonight, who's been a supporter of this organisation for many years, Mr. Paul Christensen. Some of you may know him. He's a well-known Western Australian venture capitalist. I'd also like to announce some key people who are taking part in this organisation now to support growth that we hope will go international, and that's Quinton Hoffman, who is our nominee for CEO, and we have another member, an international entrepreneur, who is assisting us with our growth path, Mr. Carl Watkin. Of course, then, I would like to thank the WAiTTA organisation for this opportunity, and definitely the sponsors who keep putting their hand in their pockets to support this organisation. So thank you very much. Okay.
Well, we still have a couple of awards to go, ladies and gentlemen, but right now I'm going to invite Arnold Wong back to make some closing comments and acknowledgements, and to invite our next presenter. Please welcome back Arnold Wong.
Thank you, Jerry. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now my duty to acknowledge those who have made tonight possible. As we have just celebrated the Chief Judge Award, I would like to firstly thank our Chief Judge, Ms. Sue Finlay, and also her team of record number of judges, 44 of them in total, who evaluated over 60 submissions over a week of full-day judging. Thank you, Sue and team. I would also like to thank all of the WAiTTA subcommittee, and we got many of them, and the chairs, from the judging subcommittee to the sponsorship, finance, marketing, multimedia. All of our volunteers volunteered their time tirelessly to ensure that our biggest night is a success that it has been. Please join me in thanking our committee members. I would also like to take this opportunity to mention a couple of absent friends. Jim Ellis, who founded WAiTTA, is currently also the iAwards Chief Judge, can't be with us tonight as he is in Europe. And also my Vice Chair, Terry Jones, in South America. But we will be sure that they'll get a copy of the DVD anyway. Speaking of volunteers, someone who has been working with us tirelessly tonight also on the Twitter wall is Richard Neves. Richard has been working with the corporate theatre team so that even those who are not here tonight, including Louise Burke in Ghana, can actually participate interactively. So I think we've broken another record in terms of the distance travel to WAiTTA. But most of all, I would like to acknowledge the one person who held all of this together, and that is our event manager, Sue McLennan from Stars Event. Thank you, Sue. Do you mind coming up? Thank you. Obviously, major events like this is only possible with the assistance of our supporting organizations and the generosity of our sponsors. I would like to thank the Platinum, Gold, and Drink sponsors, whom you have seen throughout the evening on the sponsors loop. And if I can take a quick moment to give a plug, like every other vendor has, we do have the sponsors sheet here, so if anyone wants them, see our sponsorship team, and they'll look after you for tonight. Well done, and congratulations to all our finalists, and the best of luck to the winners as you go on to compete in the iAwards in August, and also have the opportunity to compete in the APICTA Awards. But before I hand over back to Jerry for the 2013 WAiTTA Achiever Award, as I mentioned, this year we had a record number of submissions and finalists and that the judges have gone through. And during that process, we've discovered some gems. One of these submissions we were finding so inspirational that we felt it would be remiss of us not to recognize the amazing achievement of someone who has followed her passion, developed a unique idea, and embraced all the ICT technology that she has on her fingertip to execute a plan. I would like to invite our Chief Scientist, Professor Lynn Beasley, to the podium to join me to announce this year's Special Inspiration Recognition recipient.
Charlotte Caruso is founder and CEO of Puggle FM, an innovative, value-based, WA-operated media movement. Puggle FM has gained momentum, recognition and interest from around the world for its unique approach to monetising exposures and its use of the societal marketing concept. Charlotte has shown a deep commitment in promoting family values and providing valuable alternative content for parents worldwide, which is convenient to access. Puggle FM is at the forefront of the podcasting phenomenon with a business model that is competitive in the ever-changing digital and social media environment. It is uniting parents globally and reintroducing content with credibility and integrity. Puggle FM streams family-friendly music parents can enjoy with their children 24/7, giving confidence that children can listen to music without any form of talkback, advertisement or inappropriate lyrics. Charlotte Caruso and Puggle FM are an emerging force in the online and media industry worldwide and are bringing international attention to Western Australia and the business talent, ICT and communications promise that is being offered here. Please congratulate WAiTTA's Special Inspiration Recognition recipient, Charlotte Caruso and Puggle FM.
Whilst the photos are being taken, let me just finish up by saying, we celebrate the success of the 22nd WAiTTA finalists and winners. I encourage all of you to keep on innovating, achieving, and applying for the 2014 WAiTTA. That could be your turn to be the best of the best in the West.
Thanks to everyone. I definitely didn't expect it, and my previous, I have no preparation, no cards, anything, so you'll have to bear with me. Firstly, can I just congratulate everyone, and I recommend you'll give a round of applause to everyone who's really inspired me. Some of these projects are so exciting. I'm so proud to be among some of these projects and these young innovators. And yes, so can everyone give a round of applause to everyone that was involved? I think it was brilliant. I'd like to thank my family and my friends because obviously, like any sort of company or innovation, it takes a whole team. It's certainly not just one person. And I started Puggle FM because basically I was a cranky mum and I was so sick of the media. Howard Sattler luckily gave a really good example of the sort of stuff that we're up against. But basically, Puggle FM is all about providing really credible content that parents care about, and in the hope that we can create a better world for tomorrow because we're able to inform the parents that are the guides for tomorrow's leaders. So I'd like to thank the WAiTTA team because this opportunity allows a lot of us in WA to showcase what we're trying to do, and I think it's a brilliant job and they've done a wonderful job, and thank you very much, and I'll let you go because it's the last one and you'll all probably want to go home. Thanks.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Lynn, where are you going? Lynn? I was hoping you'd say a few words. It would be remiss of us to let the chief scientist off the stage without hearing from her. Wouldn't you agree? Please welcome Lynn Beasley.
Thank you, everyone. It's marvellous. What a great evening we've all had, and you've done a great job as ever as MC. Thank you so much for that. As Chief Scientist of Western Australia, it's a pleasure and a privilege to be part of the WAiTTA Awards. I always look forward to this event. I was saying to Arnold, I think it's the best networking event in town, and that's because we all appreciate the importance of everything you do. Science, technology, engineering and maths really underpins the health of our society, our economic health, our environmental health, our social health. In areas as widespread, and most of them being represented here tonight, resources, agriculture, environment, health, education, manufacturing, the list goes on. And they all have ICT at their heart. And bear in mind that we're going to be putting a very big challenge on this sector because the biggest science project ever designed for this planet is happening here in Western Australia and with our colleagues in the Republic of South Africa, and that, of course, is the Square Kilometre Array Radio Telescope, an enormously challenging project. And the team Australia, and particularly the team in Western Australia, we have Julie de Jong here from the Department of Commerce, who's been striving to bring this project through, and all the team, this International Centre for Radio Astronomy Research based at the University of Western Australia and Curtin University. We are now really powerful members of the world team in terms of radio astronomy. And remember, radio astronomy brought us GPS, sat-nav, Wi-Fi, and more. So it's a big challenge to use that potential now for even further innovation and development, and I'm sure from this sector. But just think of the data that are going to be generated. Even the wiring involved. We're going to have 2 world circuits of the fibre optics to join all those instruments together. It will be so sensitive, it could pick up the information from an airport radar 50 million light years away. This is just extraordinary technology, but it's really an ICT machine because we don't yet have the ability to begin to analyze, store, retrieve, and make sense of those extraordinary signals we're going to receive from space. So as Chief Scientist, it's a challenge to everyone in the room. It's an enormous opportunity. I congratulate all the participants here tonight, all the finalists, all the award winners, and everyone in this sector. You are very much at the heart of making our society really move forward. So thank you very much for listening tonight.
Our Chief Scientist, ladies and gentlemen, and I don't think the state has ever had a more passionate advocate for the sciences in its history. And as you can tell, she's a big rap for the SKA, and when it is finally up and running and going at full tilt, Lynn Beasley will be the first person in Western Australia to speak to whatever aliens we come across. Well now, ladies and gentlemen, our final award for this evening is for the Western Australian ICT Achiever for 2012. The Achiever Award recognises an individual's outstanding contribution to the ICT industry in Western Australia. Nominations for this award may be made with or without the knowledge of the person being nominated, and only the winner of this award will be announced. And to announce the Achiever of the Year, would you please welcome back Platinum sponsor, the Department of Commerce, and the Honourable Michael Mission, MLC Minister.
Ladies and gentlemen, if the Western Australian ICT industry can be regarded as punching above its weight, then our Achiever for 2012 deserves to be counted among the elite of our industry. He personifies the vision, innovation and persistence that are the hallmarks of its leaders. He has been a leading light in Western Australian ICT for over 30 years. However, besides being Managing Director of a unique export-oriented software company, he still finds time to involve himself directly in design as a product architect and developer. This passion has enabled him to remain at the forefront of evolving technology and in constant demand as a presenter at international conferences, and also find the time to contribute to our community in WA through various philanthropic efforts. Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask the Honourable Michael Mission, MLC, on behalf of our Platinum sponsor, the Department of Commerce, to announce the WAiTTA Achiever for 2012.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure and privilege for me to announce the Achiever Award this year. Before I do so, let me thank the organisers for a fantastic event. What a great night. And it wouldn't have been possible without the work of not only WAiTTA, but those who helped put this together, and of course the entrants for these awards, the finalists and the winners, for the entertainers that have been here this evening and made it something special, Eden, Perth Modern School Choir, and of course WAiTTA's very own Howard Sattler, Jerry Gannon.
You'll keep.
And of course, doesn't it make you proud to be as part of this industry and also to be a West Australian, to see this amount of creativity, this amount of innovation, this contribution that Western Australians and your industry is making to not only the state, but this country and the world. I think you can feel very, very proud of yourselves for being part of this event this evening. And now, at the sharp end of the evening, to announce the Achiever of the Year, it's awarded to David Miorowski of Fundy Software Proprietary Limited for outstanding contribution to WA's ICT industry.
David Miorowski immigrated to Australia in the late 1970s, initially joining Alcoa, where he played a leading role in the establishment of Alcoa's highly specialised IMS online environment. David's reputation among the local ICT community grew, and he was soon recognised as a leading technical specialist in IMS. In 1982, David saw the need for specialised solutions to extend and improve upon the features then available in IBM's mainframe products. With two other co-founders, he established Fundy Software to meet this challenge. Fundy went on to blaze a unique trail for an independent Australian company in establishing a lasting relationship with IBM as a supplier of quality software, marketed internationally as IBM branded products. As Managing Director and majority owner of Fundy Software, David has been responsible for the continued success of one of WA's longest running and successful companies in the field of packaged software development. David's technical leadership extends beyond Fundy, and he spends many weeks each year overseas, working with IBM laboratories in the USA and the UK, contributing to deliberations over the development path for many Z-series software products. David leads by example and shares his expertise generously. He attends and presents at numerous international conferences, and he actively encourages other Fundy software staff to follow in a similar vein. Fundy's commitment to sponsor the Cisco Academy for the Vision Impaired assists students around the world with IT education and opportunities. Within the wider community, David participates in the annual CEO Sleepout to raise awareness and much-needed funds in support of homeless Western Australians. David has been raising funds for the Cancer Council since 2005 by hosting a Biggest Morning Tea annual event. David and his wife Roz are substantial benefactors to the Jewish community in Perth, particularly close to their hearts are the Morris Zephyr Home and Carmel School. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate our achiever for the 22nd WAiTTA, David Miorowski.
Wow, that's hard to figure out what to say about that. And looking at all that on the screen, and believe that's the last 30 years have gone by. It's a great honour to be here to receive this award, and thanks to WAiTTA and the ACS and the judges, and to my team back in the office for nominating me without my knowledge. It's, I know who you are. It's, yeah, I might just echo some of the sentiments expressed by some of the previous speakers, just how great it is to be from WA and involved in ICT in WA, and just to see what we as a group can actually achieve from this the small corner of the world. I guess probably the majority of you probably never heard of Fundy, and when you see our software and what it does, there's probably a lot of blank looks around and say, well, yeah, what is that actually? But if you withdrew money from an ATM sometime, the chances our software would be somewhere on the other end of the bank running that ATM. If you drove here in a high-end European car, that manufacturer would be using our software in their manufacturing systems. If you flew on an aeroplane recently, the designer and maker of that aeroplane will be using our software to help control their manufacturing systems. I'm really proud of what we've achieved over the last 10 or 12 years since we've been in this business model. We've been through a number of different business models and shapes over the last 30 years. But to be actually developing world-class software that is used by the world's largest companies to help run their businesses from this little corner of Western Australia, I think is something that I'm extremely proud of, and I hope to keep doing that for quite a few years to come, providing I get a bit of time to indulge in my hobby of photography, as you might have seen from some of the shots up there. Time for a few thank yous along the way. I mean, thank you to the team at Fundi. We have a great bunch of people, a lot of whom have been working for the company for long periods of time. I think our longest employee joined the company about 3 years after we started it, so that makes it for 28 years or so. Yeah, just a great bunch of people, very smart, very innovative. We managed to succeed in the international marketplace by being smart, by bringing innovation to our products, and by providing real solutions to some of their IT issues. And without the great team of people behind me, none of that would be possible. Thank you also to my wife. She has to put up with all the long working, the weeks away from home when I'm in the US or the UK or somewhere else visiting with our international partners and attending conferences. I know it's hard for her to stay at home, and especially now the kids have all grown up and left. But yeah, so Roz, thanks to you for all the support over the years. I've probably got about 1,000 other things that I could and should say, but in the interest of bringing the evening to a close, I'll probably wrap it up there and just say once again how proud I am to be part of this West Australian IT community. We're a great bunch. We can achieve great things from here, and let's keep on doing it. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you very much. And congratulations to David, a well-deserved winner. When you hear that list of major places in the world and major activities where Fundi software is to be found, it does make you proud to be from the place where that originates. So well done, David. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to bring the night to a close. I'd like to thank the Honourable Michael Mission for being with us tonight. Also, Tony Simpson, Kate Doust, and all our other VIPs, thank you for being here, and your presence acknowledging the excellence of the sector in Western Australia. We do appreciate that. I'd like to thank the team from Corporate Theatre Productions. There's Andrew, and there's Dan, and there's Ben, who staged all of this, all the lighting, the sound, this magnificent screen. That's down to Corporate Theatre. Give them a round of applause. And the man who's been putting your tweets up on the tweet wall all night, Richard Keys, who's also down there in the Nerve Centre. Please thank Richard for a great job done. And I'd like to personally thank Sue McLennan, who does an exceptional job pulling all of this together. Thank you so much, Sue. It's been great to work with you again. And once again, it's been enormously proud for me to be your MC in such a high-achieving, wonderful industry. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you next year. That's if I get the gig, which at this stage is a bit doubtful. But anyway, because I understand Howard Sattler might be available next year, we would continue to encourage you to continue tweeting, ladies and gentlemen. Keep the conversation going long after. And can I ask all the winners from that last session to now make their way to the foyer for photographs? There's also a photo booth out there where Peter can take your picture, email it to you, and give you a hard copy. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please continue to remain here until 12 midnight. We finish at 12 midnight. If you're still here at 12:30, we have 3 different kinds of vacuum cleaner that you can use, all right? Have a great year, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.